All right, so we're diving into prep for a wholesale merchant interview in dairy and edible oils.
Yeah.
And, it's more than just selling milk and butter, right? We're talking global markets and high stakes negotiations
Yeah.
impacting, how people eat.
Yeah.
And you've shared some notes with me, some great insights from RoleCatcher's career guide,
Mm-hmm.
and even a few sample interview questions.
Yeah.
Let's unpack all this and give our listeners a recipe for success.
The scale of this role is really what's intriguing. You're not selling just a few cartons of milk.
Right.
You're moving huge quantities that can actually influence entire supply chains.
I see.
Think about the ripple effect.
And
A drought in one part of the world
oh yeah.
could send cheese prices soaring across the globe.
Wow.
You're at the heart of all of that.
Yeah, and RoleCatcher's AI can really help you prepare for these complex scenarios.
Right. Yeah.
It analyzes interview questions for this specific role and helps you tailor your answers, it even provides feedback on your delivery.
Like having a personalized coach who understands all the nuances of this market. It can show you if you're using generic terms when you could be showcasing deeper knowledge of specific concepts, like futures contracts or hedging strategies.
Okay, so let's dive into some of those sample interview questions that you've provided.
Okay.
The first one is, what inspired you to pursue a career in wholesale merchanting? And what do you hope to achieve in this role? This one might seem straightforward,
Right.
but it's a chance to make a memorable first impression.
Absolutely. And it's an opportunity to really go beyond just the obvious.
Yeah.
So instead of just saying, I enjoy sales, connect that to the specifics of this industry. Maybe you're fascinated by the global nature of the market, or you're passionate about sustainable food systems, and you see this as a way to contribute.
Show them you've thought about the bigger picture.
Exactly.
And when they ask about your aspirations, be ambitious, but also be specific.
Yes.
Maybe you see yourself leading a team of traders or developing new sourcing strategies for emerging markets.
They want to see that you're not just looking for a job, but you're looking to build a career.
Yeah.
And you see this role as a stepping stone.
Okay, next question. How do you stay up to date with industry trends and changes? And how do you incorporate that knowledge into your work? This is where you prove you're not just passively reading headlines, but you're actively seeking out insights.
And it's about showcasing that proactive approach.
Yeah.
Don't just list some industry publications. Mention specific articles or reports that have influenced you.
Oh, I see.
Maybe you attended a conference on sustainable dairy farming. Show them you're actively engaged and how you connect that back to your work.
Right.
Maybe you identified a shift in consumer preferences towards plant-based alternatives,
Okay.
and you adjusted your sourcing strategy accordingly.
Now, this next question really gets to the heart of this role.
Yeah.
What is your approach to building relationships with suppliers and customers, and how do you handle conflicts that arise? It's not just about closing deals. It's about building trust and navigating those inevitable bumps in the road.
Think about the specific challenges in this industry.
Yeah.
Maybe you had to negotiate with a supplier who was facing production delays because of weather events.
Oh, right.
Or you had to find a solution for a customer that was struggling to meet demand.
Right. And how did you approach those situations?
Yeah.
Did you prioritize open communication, seek creative solutions, maybe leverage your understanding of market dynamics to find that win-win?
Sharing those real-world examples, even if they were challenging, really shows your problem-solving skills and your ability to navigate the complexities of this industry.
Okay, the next question focuses on a key skill for this role.
Okay.
What is your experience with pricing strategies? And how do you determine the best prices for your products? This is where you show your understanding of market forces and your ability to balance profitability with customer needs.
Think about the different pricing models that you might encounter, like cost-plus pricing or value-based pricing.
Right.
And how do you factor in things like global supply and demand, competitor pricing, even currency fluctuation?
Right. It's not just about setting a price. It's about understanding that complex interplay of factors that influence the market.
Exactly.
And you can leverage RoleCatcher's AI here
Oh, yeah.
to analyze successful responses to this specific question,
That's right.
making sure your answer hits all those key points that employers are looking for.
The AI can even help you identify areas where you might be oversimplifying or using generic language.
Okay.
It might suggest more industry-specific terms or examples.
Now, this next question is a classic. Can you describe a time when you had to negotiate a difficult agreement with a supplier or customer, and how did you handle the situation? They're looking for evidence of your negotiation skills, but also your ability to stay calm under pressure
Right.
and find those mutually beneficial solutions.
Think about a specific situation where you face a challenging negotiation. Maybe a supplier was demanding a price increase because of rising transportation costs,
Okay.
or a customer was requesting a discount that would impact your margins.
Right. Walk them through your process.
Yeah.
Did you do your research?
Yeah.
Listen actively to their concerns
Mm.
and propose alternative solutions?
Mm-hmm.
And what was the outcome?
Right.
Did you reach a compromise that satisfied both parties?
This is where you can showcase your problem-solving skills and your ability to maintain those crucial relationships,
Yeah.
even in those difficult situations.
Absolutely.
Really important.
Yeah, and I think this sets us up well to continue discussing these types of questions in our next part.
So this next question tests your ability to juggle multiple priorities.
Okay.
How do you manage your time and prioritize tasks when you have multiple projects going on?
Mm-hmm.
Especially important in this role because you're always dealing with those shifting market conditions, unexpected disruptions,
Right.
tight deadlines.
So it's not just about making a to-do list.
No.
It's about demonstrating a strategic approach to managing that workload.
Absolutely.
Maybe you use a project management system to track deadlines, or you prioritize tasks based on their potential impact on profitability.
They want to see that you can stay organized, prioritize effectively, and adapt to those changing circumstances
Right.
without dropping the ball.
You know, this question could also be a good opportunity to show off your understanding of the role technology plays in the industry.
Yeah, for sure.
You could talk about how you leverage data analytics to identify trends, or maybe use software to automate routine tasks, freeing up your time to focus on those higher level strategic decisions.
And speaking of technology, let's circle back to how RoleCatcher can help refine your responses to these interview questions.
Okay. Yeah.
One of the most powerful features of RoleCatcher's AI is its ability to analyze your interview answers
I see.
and give you personalized feedback.
Okay.
You can actually record yourself answering these questions
Oh, wow.
and get real-time insights on your delivery content and overall impact.
So it's like having a virtual interview coach
Exactly.
who can pinpoint areas where you might be using generic language or missing opportunities to showcase that industry-specific knowledge.
And it's tailored to the specific role that you're applying for.
Yeah.
It understands the keywords, the industry jargon, the key skills employers are looking for in a wholesale merchant.
So you can practice answering these questions, refine your responses, and build your confidence before you even step foot in that interview room.
That's right.
Okay, let's move on to a question that tests your understanding of quality control.
Okay.
How do you ensure that the products you're selling meet quality standards? And what do you do if a product doesn't meet those standards?
Big one.
In the food industry, quality is paramount,
Right.
and they want to see that you take it seriously.
Absolutely.
So think about the specific steps you would take to ensure quality throughout that supply chain.
Yeah. Maybe you would implement a system for inspecting incoming shipments or work closely with suppliers to establish really clear quality protocol.
Right, and how would you handle a situation where a product doesn't meet those standards? Would you investigate the issue, contact the supplier, find a solution that protects the customer,
Yes.
and maintains the integrity of your brand?
This is where you showcase your attention to detail your commitment to customer satisfaction
Yeah.
and your ability to problem solve when things get tough.
Again, RoleCatcher's AI can be a valuable resource here
Right.
for refining your responses to this type of question.
It can help you identify areas where you might be oversimplifying or using language that's too vague.
Okay.
Maybe suggest more specific example or industry-specific terminology to demonstrate a deeper understanding of those quality control processes.
Okay. The next question focuses on your decision-making skills.
Okay.
Can you describe a time when you had to make a difficult decision related to pricing or product selection, and how did you approach the situation? They're looking for evidence of your analytical skills,
Yeah.
your ability to weigh different options, and your willingness to take calculated risks.
Think about a specific example where you faced a challenging decision. Maybe you had to decide whether to discontinue a product that wasn't selling well
I see.
or adjust prices in response to a sudden shift in market demand.
Right. Walk them through your thought process.
Yeah.
What factors did you consider? Did you gather data, analyze trends, consult with colleagues? Maybe use a decision-making framework.
That's right.
What was the outcome of your decision?
This is your chance to demonstrate your ability to think strategically, make data-driven decisions, and learn from your experiences.
And again, RoleCatcher's AI can help you fine-tune your storytelling,
Right.
ensuring that you highlight those key skills and insights that employers are looking for.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about sales forecasting.
Okay.
The next question asks, how do you approach sales forecasting, and what methods have you found to be effective in predicting future sales?
So this is where you show off your understanding of market dynamics, your analytical skills, your ability to anticipate trends.
Think about the different methods that you might use, like analyzing historical data, conducting market research, using statistical modeling techniques.
Okay.
How do you factor in those external factors that could influence sales?
Right.
Things like economic conditions, competitor activity, emerging trends.
So this question is about showcasing your ability to think strategically
Absolutely.
and make data-driven predictions
Yeah.
that can really guide business decisions.
It's also an opportunity to highlight your understanding of the specific factors that influence the dairy and edible oils market.
Right. You can talk about the growing demand for plant-based alternatives or the impact of changing consumer preferences on the demand for those traditional dairy products.
And again, RoleCatcher's AI can be a valuable resource here. It
Oh.
can analyze successful answers and suggest ways to incorporate more industry-specific terminology or examples.
Now let's move on to the next section where we'll explore the career path you can expect in this field and how RoleCatcher gives us insights into the different stages of your professional journey.
Right.
Remember, prepping for an interview isn't just about answering questions.
No.
It's about understanding the bigger picture of where this role can take you.
RoleCatcher's Career Guide does a fantastic job of outlining those typical career stages for a wholesale merchant in dairy products and edible oils.
It walks you through those responsibilities and expectations at each level, from entry level all the way up to senior management.
It's like having a mentor who's already walked that path and is showing you the way.
Giving you a clear roadmap for your career progression.
It can be incredibly motivating to see yourself reflected in those profiles and realize that those goals are actually achievable.
So let's dive into those career stages and see what insights RoleCatcher provides.
Sounds good.
At the entry level, you're likely to be assisting senior team members with tasks like research data entry, preparing reports.
Right.
It's a great opportunity to learn the ropes, soak up knowledge, and build those foundational skills.
And don't underestimate the value of those seemingly mundane tasks. You're gaining exposure to the inner workings of the business, building relationships with colleagues,
Right.
developing a deeper understanding of the industry.
It's about paying your dues, proving your work ethic, and demonstrating that eagerness to learn.
Absolutely.
Now, as you progress to the junior level, you'll start to take on more responsibility.
You might be tasked with managing smaller accounts, conducting your own market research, even assisting with negotiations.
Wow.
You're starting to own a piece of the puzzle and make real contributions to the business.
It's a crucial stage for developing your confidence, honing your skills, proving your ability to handle those more complex tasks.
And as you move up to the intermediate level, you really start to take ownership of your role.
Okay.
You might be leading your own sales team, managing larger accounts,
Uh-huh.
playing a key role in strategic decision-making.
So you're not just following instructions.
No.
You're shaping the direction of the business.
This is where your leadership skills really come into play. You're mentoring junior team members, building consensus, and driving results.
And as you progress to the senior level, you're overseeing all aspects of that wholesale operation.
You're developing strategic partnerships, identifying new business opportunities,
No.
leading high-level negotiations, mentoring the next generation of leaders.
You're essentially running the show.
It's the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and a deep understanding of the industry.
You've earned your place at the top,
Yeah.
and you're shaping the future of the business.
What's interesting is that RoleCatcher doesn't just describe these career stages in a generic way.
Right.
They actually provide specific examples of the skills and experience you'll need to succeed at each level.
They even highlight the types of projects you might be involved in
Yeah.
and the key metrics you'll be measured against.
It gives you really tangible thanks of what it takes to progress in this career path.
And what's even more helpful is that they provide example profiles
Yes.
of real people who are working at those different levels.
You can see their backgrounds,
Yeah.
their career paths,
Their challenges and successes.
the challenges they face, the successes they achieved.
It's like having a glimpse into the future of your own career.
it can be incredibly inspiring to see that those goals are achievable.
Now, I know we've talked a lot about the career path,
Yeah.
but let's not forget about the importance of continuous learning and professional development.
The dairy and edible oils industry is constantly evolving.
Right.
You need to stay ahead of the curve to remain competitive.
RoleCatcher recommends attending industry conferences, reading trade publications, pursuing certifications to expand your knowledge and keep your skills sharp.
It's all about investing in yourself
Yeah.
and demonstrating a commitment to lifelong learning.
And it's a reminder that the most successful professionals in this field
Right.
are those who are always seeking out new knowledge, embracing new technologies, and constantly pushing themselves to grow and evolve.
Now, before we move on to the final section, I want to touch on something we haven't discussed yet.
Okay.
The specific functions and core abilities that are essential for success as a wholesale merchant in dairy products and edible oils.
RoleCatcher's guide goes into great detail about the key skills
Yes.
that employers are looking for.
This is where you really need to understand the nuances of this particular role.
Okay.
It's not just about general business acumen. It's about having a specific set of skills that are tailored to the challenges and opportunities of this industry.
So let's break down those key skills
Right.
and see what it really takes to excel in this field.
Let's do it.
First and foremost, you need to be a master communicator.
Oh, yeah.
The guide highlights the importance of active listening persuasion and speaking effectively.
You're constantly interacting with buyers, suppliers, colleagues. So clear and compelling communication is paramount.
It's not just about talking a good game, it's about truly understanding the needs of your clients
That's right.
and crafting solutions that benefit everyone involved.
Exactly. And then there's negotiation, which is a core competency for any wholesale merchant.
Absolutely.
The guide emphasizes the importance of bringing people together, reconciling differences, and ultimately reaching agreements that are mutually beneficial.
It's a delicate dance of finding that sweet spot
It is.
where everyone feels like they've gotten a good deal.
It requires a keen understanding of market dynamics, pricing strategies,
Yeah.
the ability to think on your feet and adapt to those changing circumstances.
It's not just about getting your way.
No.
It's about finding those creative solutions that create win-win scenarios for everyone involved.
And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can help you analyze how successful candidates approach these skills,
Right.
providing valuable insights into what employers are looking for.
You can see how they structure their answers, the types of examples they use, and the language they use to convey their expertise.
It's like having a behind-the-scenes look at what works in these interviews.
Okay, let's move on to another crucial skill, analytical thinking.
Yes.
The guide highlights the importance of critical thinking and reading comprehension.
You're dealing with large volumes of data market reports, contracts, industry publications.
So strong analytical skills are essential for making informed decisions.
It's not enough to just read the information you need to be able to process it, identify trends, and extract insights that can guide your strategies.
You're essentially a detective piecing together clues from various sources to understand that bigger picture.
And then there's social perceptiveness,
Okay.
which might seem like a less obvious skill for a role that's primarily focused on trade. But it makes sense when you think about it. You're dealing with people from all walks of life, different cultures, different communication styles.
Right.
Being able to read people, understand their motivations, and adapt your approach accordingly.
It's crucial for building those strong relationships and navigating those complex negotiations.
It's about understanding the unspoken language of business,
Right.
picking up on subtle cues, and adjusting your communication style to build rapport and trust.
And RoleCatcher's AI can actually help you develop this skill
Oh, wow.
by analyzing your interview responses and identifying areas where you might be coming across as too aggressive, too passive, or too generic.
It's like having a personal coach who can help you fine-tune those interpersonal skills and make sure you're presenting yourself in the best possible light.
And remember, these skills aren't just important for the interview.
Right.
They're essential for success in this role.
A wholesale merchant needs to be a master communicator, a skilled negotiator, a sharp analytical thinker, and a socially perceptive individual.
It's a demanding role.
Yeah.
But it's also incredibly rewarding for those who have the right mix of skills.
Absolutely.
And the passion to succeed in this dynamic and ever-evolving industry.
Now, in addition to these core abilities, the guide delves into specific areas of knowledge that are essential for this role. Okay. It's not just about general business acumen. You need specialized knowledge of the dairy products and edible oils industry.
The guide highlights 2 key areas: customer and personal service, and sales and marketing.
For customer service, it emphasizes the importance of understanding client needs, meeting quality standards,
Right.
and ensuring customer satisfaction.
It's all about building those long-term relationships and exceeding expectations.
Exactly. And for sales and marketing, the guide stresses the need to understand marketing strategy and tactics, product demonstrations, sales techniques, and sales control systems.
It's a comprehensive understanding of how to effectively promote and sell your products
Yes.
in a competitive marketplace.
And don't forget about the practical aspects of the role.
Right.
The guide also mentions the importance of knowledge in areas like native language, mathematics, transportation, and administration and management.
So you need to be able to communicate clearly in your native language, handle financial calculations, understand logistics and transportation, and have a grasp of those basic business principles.
It's a well-rounded skill set that combines those strong interpersonal skills with a sharp analytical mind and a deep understanding of the industry.
It's clear that this role requires a diverse set of skills.
Absolutely.
And a passion for the food industry.
But it's also a role that offers incredible opportunities for growth, both professionally and personally.
And with the right preparation and the support of tools like RoleCatcher, you can position yourself for success in this exciting and rewarding field.
Now, as we wrap up this section, I want to touch on something that's often overlooked in interview preparation.
Okay.
Understanding the company culture.
That's a great point. It's not just about proving you have the skills.
Right.
It's about showing that you're a good fit for the company's values and work environment.
Absolutely. Before you walk into that interview, take some time to research the company's mission, their values, their leadership team, and their overall culture.
Look for clues on their website, their social media profiles, any articles or reviews you can find online.
Try to get a sense of what it's like to work there.
Yeah.
What they prioritize and how they treat their employees.
And during the interview, pay attention to the language they use, the questions they ask, the overall vibe you get from those interviewers.
Are they formal or informal?
Right.
Do they emphasize teamwork or individual achievement? Are they passionate about their products and their customers?
These are all clues that can help you determine if this is a company where you can thrive.
And don't be afraid to ask questions about the company culture.
Right.
It shows that you're genuinely interested in finding the right fit.
Yeah.
And it gives you valuable insights into whether this is a place where you can see yourself growing and developing your career.
Now let's move on to the final section, where we'll explore some of the potential challenges and rewards of this career path and how RoleCatcher can help you navigate those ups and downs. It's important to have a realistic understanding of both the positives and the negatives.
Absolutely.
Before diving into any field.
No career is perfect, and it's important to go in with your eyes wide open.
So let's start with the potential downsides.
Okay.
The RoleCatcher guide is very upfront about the fact that this is a highly competitive field. You're constantly vying for deals, building relationships, proving your worth in a fast-paced environment.
So if you're someone who thrives on challenge and pressure, this could be a great fit.
But if you're looking for a laid-back, low-stress job, this might not be the right path for you.
That's a good point. It's important to be honest with yourself about your own personality and work style preferences.
What other challenges does the guide mention?
Long working hours are definitely a reality in this field. Deals often happen outside of normal business hours. And you might find yourself working late nights and weekends to meet deadlines and close those crucial transactions.
That's something to keep in mind. Especially if you value work-life balance.
And then there's the inherent stress that comes with the territory. You're dealing with high-stakes negotiations, market fluctuations, the pressure to consistently deliver results.
So you need to be able to handle pressure, stay calm under stress, and bounce back from those setbacks.
Right.
Resilience is definitely a key trait for success in this field.
And of course, you have to be comfortable with the potential for financial risk. Deals can fall through, markets can shift, and there's always the possibility of losing money.
It's not a career for the faint of heart.
No, it's not.
But for those who are willing to embrace those challenges, the rewards can be substantial.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the upside. What are some of the benefits that the guide highlights?
Well, first and foremost, there's the potential for high earning potential.
Successful wholesale merchants can command impressive salaries and bonuses. Especially as they progress to those senior levels.
That's definitely a motivating factor for many people.
And then there's the opportunity to work with a diverse range of clients and suppliers from all over the world.
So you're exposed to different cultures, different business practices, and a truly global perspective.
It's not just about the transactions themselves. It's
Yeah.
about building those relationships and fostering connections that can span continents.
And of course, there's the inherent satisfaction of contributing to a vital industry.
Right. Dairy products and edible oils are essential goods that play a crucial role
Yeah.
in the global food supply chain.
So you're not just making a living. You're making a real impact on people's lives.
And let's not forget about the sense of accomplishment that
Yeah.
comes with closing a big deal or successfully navigating a complex negotiation.
There's a definite adrenaline rush that comes with the territory.
Yeah.
And it could be incredibly rewarding to see your hard work pay off.
It's clear that this is a career path that offers both significant challenges and incredible rewards.
And the RoleCatcher Guide does a fantastic job of presenting a balanced and realistic view of what to expect.
Okay, we've talked about the challenges and rewards.
Yeah.
But what about the career outlook?
Right.
For wholesale merchants in dairy products and edible oils, is this a growing field?
The guide points out that the career outlook is largely dependent on the global demand for dairy products and edible oils.
As long as there's a market for these goods,
Yeah.
there will be a need for skilled professionals to facilitate those trades.
That makes sense. But what about factors like market fluctuations and changing consumer preferences?
The guide acknowledges that those factors can definitely impact the demand and profitability of this career,
Okay.
but it also emphasizes that adaptable and skilled professionals who can navigate those shifts
Yeah.
will always be in demand.
So it's all about staying ahead of the curve,
Exactly.
being flexible, and constantly learning and evolving.
Another common question is about the educational requirements for this role.
Oh,
Do you need a specific degree to become a wholesale merchant? The guide is very clear on this point.
yeah.
There are no specific educational requirements for this role.
Good.
However, a degree in business commerce or a related field can definitely be an asset. But what's truly valued is practical experience
Okay.
and a deep understanding of the dairy products and edible oils industry.
So it's more about what you know and what you can do
Absolutely.
than about having a fancy piece of paper.
Experience trumps credentials in this field.
I see.
And that's why the guide emphasizes the importance of internships,
Ah,
entry-level positions,
right.
and any opportunity to gain hands-on experience in the industry.
It's all about building that foundational knowledge
Yeah.
and demonstrating your commitment to the field.
Now, I know we've covered a lot of ground today, but I want to leave you with one final thought from the RoleCatcher Guide.
Okay.
It's the idea that success in this field is not just about what you know,
Right.
but about who you are.
That's an interesting point. What do you mean by that?
The guide highlights the importance of certain personality traits and soft skills that are essential for thriving in this role.
Oh, like what?
Well, first and foremost, you need to be a highly motivated and driven individual.
Okay.
This is a competitive field, and you need to be willing to put in the hard work
Right.
and go the extra mile to succeed.
So you can't be afraid of long hours, tight deadlines,
Right.
and the pressure to deliver results.
And then there's the importance of adaptability.
Okay.
The market is constantly shifting. Deals can fall through, and you need to be able to adjust your approach on the fly.
So flexibility and resilience are key traits.
And let's not forget about the importance of integrity and ethical conduct.
Right.
You're handling large sums of money, negotiating complex agreements, and building relationships based on trust.
Yeah,
So you need to be someone who operates with honesty and transparency.
exactly. Your reputation is everything in this business.
It is.
And it's built on a foundation of ethical conduct.
So as you prepare for this interview,
Yeah.
think about how you can showcase not only your knowledge and skills,
Huh?
but also your character and your values.
Show them that you're not just a skilled professional,
Right?
but also a trustworthy and reliable individual who's committed to doing business the right way.
Yeah, it's fascinating how this role blends those hard skills with these essential soft skills, like resilience and integrity.
It's not just crunching numbers.
No.
You're building trust and navigating these complex human dynamics.
And that brings us back to the dairy and edible oils market itself.
Yeah,
The RoleCatcher Guide provides such a rich overview of this industry.
it does.
It's not just about knowing the products. It's
Right.
about understanding those forces that shape supply and demand.
One thing that stood out to me was their analysis of those global trends.
Oh, yeah.
They highlighted, for example, the growing demand for organic and sustainably sourced dairy and edible oils.
Huge.
That's a huge shift
It is.
with implications for sourcing pricing, even marketing strategies.
Yeah.
Imagine pitching a new line of organic olive oil to a major retailer.
Right.
You need to demonstrate your knowledge of this trend,
Yeah.
the consumer demand driving it,
Absolutely.
and how it aligns with the retailer's own sustainability goals.
It's not just about selling a product.
Right.
It's about understanding the story behind it and how it fits into that larger market narrative.
And that's where your deep dive into the RoleCatcher Guide really pays off.
That's right.
You're not just prepared to answer questions. You're prepared to engage in a really meaningful conversation about the future of this industry.
Absolutely. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From interview prep to career insights to a deep dive into the dairy and edible oils market.
But before we wrap up, I want to circle back to one of the most valuable tools
Yes.
in your arsenal, RoleCatcher's AI.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We've touched on it throughout this whole deep dive.
We have.
But it's worth saying again how this AI can give you that extra edge. Imagine uploading your resume and getting personalized feedback tailored to the specific requirements of a wholesale merchant role.
It's like having an expert recruiter review your resume
Exactly.
and highlight those areas where you can strengthen your presentation.
And it goes beyond just keywords. It can suggest ways to quantify your accomplishments, showcase your transferable skills, and even tailor your language to match the company's values.
And remember that AI-powered interview practice tool we discussed.
Well, yeah, that's a good one.
It's not just about rehearsing answers.
Right.
It's about getting that real-time feedback on your delivery, your pacing, even your body language.
It's like having a virtual interview coach helping you refine every aspect of your presentation.
So you're not just walking into that interview prepared.
Right.
You're walking in with a level of confidence and polish that sets you apart from the competition.
And that confidence comes from knowing that you've done your homework, you understand the industry, you're prepared to answer those tough questions, and you've leveraged the power of AI to really refine your presentation.
So as you head into that interview, remember what we've discussed today.
Right.
Showcase your passion for this industry.
Yeah.
Highlight those key skills like communication and negotiation, and demonstrate your understanding of those global market forces at play.
And don't forget to let your personality shine through.
Right?
Be authentic, be engaging, and show them that you're not just a candidate. You're a future leader in the world of dairy and edible oils.
And one final thought to ponder as you embark on this journey.
Okay.
How would you leverage technology to innovate in this industry?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Maybe an app that connects small-scale farmers directly to buyers, or a blockchain system for tracking product origin and ensuring that ethical sourcing.
Think big, think creatively, and let that innovative spirit shine through.
Because in this dynamic and ever-evolving industry, the ability to adapt, to innovate, and to envision the future is what will set you apart and propel you toward success.
That's a great point to end on.
Think beyond the immediate role.
Yes.
And show them that you're someone who's always looking ahead, ready to shape the future of the industry. Good luck, you've got this.